Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 1 in a series between Happy and Sonic. Happy has spawned as the teal undead over here on the bottom right hand side of the map. This is Turtle Rock. Meanwhile, over here on the top left we have Sonic spawning as the yellow night elf. Night Elf versus Undead in this best of 3 series, taking, I believe, from the quarterfinal matchups of the MooCup, as we are looking at it, the Undead opening up with the Death Knight, getting Unholy Aura, and we are currently at the 2-minute 15-second mark for those of you guys who want to keep track of that type of thing. Demon Hunter already getting some more experience, picked up those slippers of agility, and is now making his way down out across the map to figure out where exactly the Undead is and to perhaps try and do a bit of disruption and harassment. It looks as though the Undead will have no problem trying to clear all of this up, as the Undead Unholy Aura allowing faster movement speed across all of these ghouls. Now, Undead is going to be trying to get more and more ghouls here, and then eventually should be transitioning to Crypt Fiends. Meanwhile, back across over here, we do see a skeletal minion chasing after a wisp. The wisp will be able to get away since that particular worker has the highest movement speed of all of the workers, except for he can't really do any sort of attacking. Let's see what's going to be happening here. Death Knight now looking to back away. Skeletal Minion purposely getting into harm's way and now backing away as well, knowing that the Death Knight and the ghouls are just trying to clear out all of these giant sea turtle creep camps. By going after these giant sea turtle creep camps, he's going to really benefit by getting those additional items, as you now see Immolation being used by the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter trying to finish all that up. Demon Hunter now down to 537 hit points. No real reason to try and surround a unit that is just dealing damage by standing next to him, as the units are now going back every which way. Death Knight still in a mad rad dash trying to get up to that archer. However, that archer looks like it will be able to get away, or at least try and shadow melt, as a new archer gets into harm's way again. Alright, Demon Hunter is draining a lot of mana right now, as it does take down another unit. Meanwhile, Archer looks like it may fall here, and the Death Knight does get his Archer, as we now see him going after more of these units. Are we going to see a Death Coil? Yes, we are. A second Archer does go down, as Sonic has lost 2 Archers early on in this game, and also without much to really show for it. Demon Hunter somehow jukes around that 4-unit surround. Skeletal Minion trying to back away. More ghouls getting rotated in. Beautifully done right there, as the Skeletal Minions are continuing to engage. Demon Hunter down to 262 hit points, down to 208. Is it going to be enough to fall, as the Death Knight, now at 70 mana, may be forced to try and use a Death Coil on a ghoul instead, as we see where exactly this Death Knight will be traveling to next. Demon Hunter very beat up after those early battles. You can see him already at 50 supply for Moonwells, and this is not looking good for Sonic right now. He's gonna have to make up a lot of ground, not take too much damage on his Demon Hunter. Otherwise, those Moonwells will be bone dry by the time we get into the first stages of, well, I would say midday the next day. Death Knight now going after the Ogre Magi, going to purposely pull away these creeps again. Death Knight going to go ahead and try and get a good surround on all of these units, as we can see him going after that Ogre Magi fairly fast, wanting to make sure to get a very good surround on that Ogre Magi, as the Demon Hunter can in fact mana burn to steal that last bit of damage there. Talisman of Evasion, also that Watcher Ward will be placed down, trying to finish off the Forest Troll Trappers. One ghoul will get taken out though. That's a little bit of a, well, dirty play, or sloppy play, excuse me, by Happy, as Happy now heads back over here to the bottom right. You can see Halls of the Dead. We are finally going into Graveyard, and Happy really opened up strong with those Crypt Fiends. I was perhaps expecting more and more, opened up very strong with those ghouls. I thought he would eventually transition into Crypt Fiends. That was not the case, as we now see the Demon Hunter picking up a Pure Up to Vitality. That is going to be very beneficial for him, as he drops that Pure Up to Vitality, drinks from a Moonwell, and essentially heals back up an additional 75 to 100 hit points. All right, there you go. You can see him now, straight up, almost a straight 150 hit point heal bonus off of that Pure Up to Vitality, as the Naga Sea Witch and Happy now going to be making its way to the top left here. All right, I thought for a second we may see a potential creep jack, but that is not the case. Death Knight sitting at level 2. Naga Sea Witch sitting at level 1. As we're going to be looking at an engagement there. Mana burn onto the Death Knight. 100 points of mana lost in an instant as the Death Knight not quite sure where to go next. Breath of fire across multiple ghouls as the archers are being microed beautifully by Sonik as you see one ghoul get taken down. Sonik is playing absolutely beautifully right now, splitting all of his archers as the archers may try and actually get a decent surround there. It looked like the Panda actually mistimed a Breath of Fire as the Naga Sea Witch is now trying to get away. Naga Sea Witch down to 113 hit points. Demon Hunter may just be able to mana burn the Naga Sea Witch for the final blow. Come on, just mana burn. What? Just mana burn. There you have it. Naga Sea Witch, mana burn. Naga Sea Witch falls at level 1, and Sonik now wrestles the lead away from his opponent as Happy is now a little bit worse for wear, unsure of what his possible moves are next. We are going into the Black Citadel. We are getting a Ziggurat. You can see that the slaughterhouse is already up. We are resurrecting that Naga Sea Witch. We still need to get a Lich eventually, but the Demon Hunter and the Panda are still looking extremely strong at this stage. They're going to be very, very strong here. Breath of Fire is going to get to, will stay at level 2, maybe even get to level 3. The Demon Hunter is going to be staying at level 3 after clearing out this creep camp, but more importantly, we're going to be dropping perhaps very, very potentially dangerous item. Rune Bracers are going to limit the amount of hero nuking on the Panda or the Demon Hunter, and that is very important as the the Death Knight and the Lich are both going to be trying to perhaps nuke down a hero. Death Knight still sitting at level 2, unsure of when it can get to level 3. Naga Sea Witch sitting at level 1, trying to go after this Gargantuan Sea Turtle creep camp. Does take down some of these units as an Obsidian statue joins in on the fight. Death Knight is right here. Death Knight looking to perhaps do his best impersonation of a Blade Master, and can he do it? That is the million-dollar question there. Yes, he does. He steals the item and now is going to be able to run away, has a potion of invulnerability if necessary, as the Death Knight is going to slip away, stealing a big item, and also, well, getting that last bit of experience, getting up to level 3. What is he going to be selling here? Oh, I'm picking up a potion of invisibility, and oh, he picks up the potion of invisibility, picks up the Dust of Appearance, sells it, the Dust of Appearance that is, so he can, well, go about and continue to do his harassment techniques. Now, the Death Knight can perhaps try and do a little bit more interesting play here. Once again, Druids of the Claw are sitting at level 1. Naga Sea Witch is sitting at level 2. Obsidian statues are all here. And we may see the Naga Sea Witch perhaps try and clear out a Forest Troll Warlord creep camp. This is going to be a rather dangerous spot, and as he wants a way to escape just in case these units do come back down. Death Knight is lying right here. You can see all of this damage is being absorbed. Demon Hunter coming back from the other way. Death Knight just lying in wait, ready to go. Has a potion of greater mana. Demon Hunter picks up Dust of Appearance, and well, he's going to use the Dust of Appearance. Death Knight is in fact revealed. He may get mana burned once more. Demon Hunter is doing a very, very strong chase, but at the same time, Death Knight is buying time for the Naga Sea Witch to get to level 3. That is going to be extremely useful, as well as you see a Tome of Knowledge has been dropped. All right, Lich is out on the field. That Orb of Corruption will be ready to go. Crypt Fiends are going to be ready here, turning around as well. Death Knight is bringing up the rear right there. What is going to be happening as the units are now just trying to retreat all the way back? Dryads throwing across this pond here, able to get some slow damage onto some Crypt Fiends and picking off a trailing unit. There goes one trailing unit now. All of these units are just wandering around in a very, very strange manner. Death Knight being brought over to, I guess, use that unholy aura to speed up the movement speed. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter is trailing along right beside him, as the Lich may be trying to force a Frost Nova onto the Demon Hunter to at least slow things down. Meanwhile, back across here, Tree of Life is about halfway done. Is it going to end up getting finished? It is going to get canceled. Naga Sea Witch, are we going to see a mana burn? There's the mana burn onto that unit there. Dryads are trying to poke down the remaining units And that was a good play, forcing a cancellation on a nearly completed Tree of Life that would have given Sonic superior economic advantage. All right, the Shade, is it going to catch all these units down across here? He is not going to be going for a potential creep jack. Instead, going after these 744 turtles of his own. Death Knight is going to be staying at level 3. Lich is going to be staying at level 1. Naga Sea Witch is going to be staying at 3. This is not a good spot right now for Happy. Happy is not going to gain that much additional experience as we see a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability transferred to the Naga Sea Witch here. All right, we see a Scroll of the Beast now being used. The Shade was keeping track, does spot all of this, knows that the Panda may be trying to come back down. Death Knight, is he gonna, oh, he does have a Scroll of Town Portal just in case the Night Elf player does try and pressure him, as he's gonna have about a 15-second window of opportunity to try and clear out this Ogre creep camp before, well, nope, I guess take it back, it's gonna be 30 seconds, as it looks as though the Gargantuan Sea Turtle creep camp is gonna be cleared instead. Frostworm with heavy magic damage, finishing off a lot of these units. Lich up to level 2. Hood of Cunning given to that Lich, plus 9 damage with a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability now. Naga Sea Witch has a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Death Knight just has Scrolls of Healing, as the units are now just making their rounds once more. Are any more units in training? No, there is not. 1,000 gold sitting in Sonic's bank, and it is not heavily being used right now, as the Death Knight does a run-by Death Coil to try and finish off those units. All right, one Destroyer high up in the air. Tree of Life at 900 hit points. Well, what are we going to be looking at here? Panda is in position. Rune Bracers is right there. Death Knight may just be doing a hit and run once more. Naga Sea Witch, is it going to be enough? There it goes. There's the cancellation. All the units are trying to run back, and beautifully played again. Sonic really wanting the economic game, and Happy glad to just deny it. 50 over 70 supply compared to 50 over 60. 1,200 gold though, as we are going into Chimeras. Chimera is a very, very powerful unit that's mainly going to be used to focus down an Obsidian statue before it turns into a Destroyer. That is potentially extremely dangerous, since that 1 or 2 shots could easily take down a slightly damaged Obsidian statue. Let's take a look back across here. We are looking at, I don't know what the item was. The Death Knight picked it up. Claws of Attack +6. Finishing off the remaining units. There it goes. Death Knight gets to level 4 as we see a ninja expansion here. Sonic setting up a ninja expansion, expanding just outside Happy's base. And is it going to get spotted? No. No, Nightfall not spotting this expansion at all. And the economic advantage is going to actually be for Sonic. He double expanded, and he made his opponents think to himself, you know what, I cleared the expansion, I stopped it, I'm good. Little does he know there's an expansion being built right underneath his nose, just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Circlet of Nobility now dropped here. Very, very high stats on that Lich, +6 intelligence and agility, and a +2 strength as well for a 50 additional hit points. Lich wanting to perhaps get a little bit more here. We may see another faint expansion attempt here in order to try and make it not look to try and expand or look for this particular expansion. All right, let's take a look. Forest Troll Trapper back across here. Destroyer, oh, a little bit split up. This is not good at all. Death Knight is right there. Death Coil and Fork Lightning finishing off one Hippogriff right there. Death Knight now being forced to pull back here. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter's gonna get to level 5 as the Panda gets to level 4. Sonic very, very high on level 5 and 4, going up against a 4-3-3, I believe. Well, 4-3-2, almost a 4-4-3, as the Death Knight needs to get a little bit more experience. All right, Entangled Gold Mine here. Are we getting up? Yes, 76 over 80 supply. But it may be too little too late. Happy is perhaps suspecting that there is an expansion somewhere. Catches this expansion now. About, 900 gold has been mined from this location, as the Tree of Life is going to get taken down. All right, it is not going to be that great of a return on investment. As you see, massive repairs now coming underway from the Wisp. There is the teleport in. There's the double chimeras and the hippogriffs right there. As you see, the chimeras are just pretty much finishing off one ghoul without a problem and taking down a quarter of the damage on that obsidian statue. One more shot. The mana burn perhaps should have gone onto the obsidian statue. There it goes. The chimera is focusing down that obsidian statue, really preventing any easy healing. Happy is in serious trouble now. 67 over 80 supply, but he is sitting on one base, soon to be 0. 4 minutes left of mining off of this base, and that is going to be all you see. He is behind in supply, behind in max level, and unless he takes down some big units, that lead is just going to continue to grow and grow. Dryads are upgraded 2-1. Hippogriffs are here ready to grow. Only two bears to go up against the two Frostworms, but if you can continue to pick off units in transit, that could be an extremely good thing. All right, Ghoul 1 down, Ghoul 2 down, Ghoul 3 could get taken down here in just a moment as well. Scroll of Healing a little bit late. Chimera is now onto the ground as the third Chimera joins in on the fight. All right, let's take a look at this. Frostworm is going after the bear. Breath of Fire going down. A big fight all across multiple units. The Dryads are still going to be a problem here as the Destroyers are trying to finish off the remaining units. This is not looking good. Naga Sea Witch, Breath of Fire going across again. There goes another Chimera. All right, are we going to see how many Chimeras? The Death Coils are coming in very rapidly as the Death Knight survives at 19 hit points. Is he going to be able to get away? Breath of Fire finishes off one unit there as the Staff of Preservation saves. All right, let's take a look at this. Obsidian statue down to 23 hit points. Is it going to get taken down? I believe it will. There it goes as the Panda gets taken out. All right, Naga Sea Witch and Lich continuing this fight. The remaining Frostworm and Destroyers cannot win out this fight, though. But the Naga Sea Witch could continue to get in a little bit more damage here, hiding off a lot of units across on the other side of the map. There's a shade. The Naga Sea Witch trying to slither back. But importantly, the Death Knight, Lich, and Naga Sea Witch did not fall. All right, we're trading units for heroes at this point. 60 over 80 supply. Resurrection on the Panda. We need to get a new obsidian statue out and in a hurry. We are at 2 minutes of mining left as these units are going to be flying back home trying to get some more heals. Potion of mana can be used right there. You can see, oh, there's a little bit of damage. Is it going to be enough to finish off the Dryad? Yes, it will, as we now start seeing the classic unsummoning of buildings. All right, unsummoning those buildings, trying to get more and more. Death Coil used after a potion of mana was used right there. Death Knight is going to be keeping this army alive, be trying to keep this army alive as long as possible. There is a Crypt Fiend off over here, and the units are going to be coming across. Let's take a look at this. Hippogriffs right here. Death Knight, Frost Nova, 1 archer down, 2 archers down. As the Hippogriffs are not able to get into position, there is still a Crypt Fiend burrowed right there. This would be a great time to unburrow and turn back around. Another archer taken down as Sonik is in a mad run. Oh, beautiful play by Happy as all of those Wisp. Are they going to get taken down? Yes, they are. There goes a handful more as well. There comes some detonations. Not in time, as the Death Knight still sits at level 4. Naga Sea Witch at 4. Lich is at 4. Economic advantage still in favor of Sonik. 54 over 80 supply compared to 59 over 80. Perhaps unsummoning some Ziggurats would be, well, pertinent right now. Is Happy going to really come back from a great game, even though he has mined less gold? That seems to be the case, as the Tree of Life now suffering a lot of damage. Let's see, Demon Hunter back off over here. There is an Abomination in position, and the Abomination getting into position right there. Mana burn onto the Death Knight. Death Knight now in a little bit of trouble. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, as that one Abomination is in trouble. He's trying to head all the way back, burning up a little bit in that backfield as the Dryads are now getting destroyed. Panda is right there. Not quite sure what leveled up. It looks like it was the Naga Sea Witch. Breath of Fire going across multiple units. There's the missing. That is a lot of miss from the Drunken Haze and the evasion as a Staff of Preservation is just in time. All right, Destroyer going back the other way. Is it going to be able to keep all of these units alive? Death Knight still sitting alive at level 5 again. Destroyers are here ready to go. Death Knight has enough for a Death Coil, or will have enough for a Death Coil here in just a moment. Obsidian statues need the mana, a mana boost as well to try and keep that Death Knight topped off on mana. If you can get that Destroyer back up strong, that will be extremely, extremely useful as another Hippogriff gets taken down. All right, in comes a Chimera. Chimera, is it going to be enough? There is another unit. A Death Knight could get a Death Coil off. Is going to get a Death Coil off onto the Panda. Panda with that Rune Bracers. Staff of Preservation save. Lich unable to get the Frost Nova off in time, but the Chimera could get taken down. There it goes as the Death Knight out of mana again. Continuing the fight. Demon Hunter trying to get away. Burrowed Crypt Fiends really just doing a great job adding in well, a lot of recovery right here as, well, massive detonations coming across multiple units now. All right, no more mana, 218 mana. Death Knight still alive once more. We see another expansion, or rather the main base has picked itself up and moved into the center portion of the map. Sonik desperately wanting this game to go a little bit longer so he can use a superior economic advantage right now. There is no mining whatsoever coming in from Happy's side. We are getting more Crypt Fiends. There are some, well, there's an Abomination healing up on Blight, and that is pretty much it. Death Knight has enough mana, could easily get a Death Coil off onto that Abomination, try to get it back up. There was I believe a Dark Ritual. Or was it a Dark Ritual? Yeah, it was a Dark Ritual from the Lich. All right, unsummoning pretty much every single unnecessary building right now. 49 over 30 supply. Gonna unsummon, yes, the Sacrificial Pit, the Graveyard. Unsummon everything he can. And, well, this is a double-edged sword. You are pretty much saying that you're going to win this fight straight up with your army and not end up in a base race. Back across here, there is an Ancient of Wind ready to go. Chimera here, Bears upgraded 3-1. Chimera's upgraded 3-1. Dryads are in position as well. Demon Hunter trying to get back. Panda sitting at level 5, level 4. Is it going to be enough? Ancient of Wind has rooted itself, but, well, this is not looking good, and there's not enough to really engage here as we see the Crypt Fiends are in the backfield again. Ancient of Wind perhaps could try and uproot itself, but the instant it does, it may end up getting taken down. All right, Destroyers going after the Bear. Fork Lightning. It looks as though the Chimera could get taken down. There's some Devour magic once more, and I don't know what's going to be happening. All of a sudden, Staff of Preservation saving, but that is moving the Demon Hunter back over there. Demon Hunter down to 17 hit points, down to 9 hit points. Somehow survives. Destroyer is right there. Goes after him. One more shot should do it. Dryad with slow poison. Death Coil, long distance. And it hits him in time. Unable to drink from the additional moon wells. And with that, level 5 Demon Hunter almost at level 6 gone. There is the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game number 1. Please stay tuned for game number 2.